Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a rainy 48-degree Monday, the 6th of November. It's actually, the clouds aren't too terribly bad, but it's like a 95% chance of rain today. There's 1 or 2 days that are supposed to be halfway nice. I think Wednesday is supposed to be mostly sunny, but it's only going to get to a high of like 52. Like today, the high is supposed to be 50. Boy, sure is beautiful out here though. I love that morning when it's not too cold. Actually, the wet morning, that moist mornings are very cozy. But anyway, back to the grind. Lucky us, it's one of them mornings that it's just crawling. It can take 15 minutes to fill your car up at that speed. Always seems to be quiet on a Monday at GC's. Usually it's some kind of a vapor lock thing with the nozzle. It's a trick you can play, but I've done it 3 times and it's not speeding it up. I'll try it one more time here. I guess the 4th time was the charm. Jeez. Nozzles get weird. They put newer ones on some of the other ones. Hey there, little starling. And it stops that, but this one, that nozzle looks like it's been there a while. The sky or the clouds are really, really high. It almost looks like it's clearing back that way. It's kind of heading south, I guess. We'll see what happens. Another little starling. 55 degrees, very cloudy. Rain most of the way to work. Mm-hmm. There were some nice spots, even one that the sun was trying to pop out.
I know it. It was so pretty. It
was safe. People were being cordial and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It was a smooth Monday drive. Mm-hmm. Mama?
Yes, hub.
Start of a new work week is upon us.
It is.
Happens too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Even after a long weekend, it just seems to come by.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
Spoiled with that.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha knew it was a work morning.
Yeah, she just like laid out on the bed. Like, if I don't move, they won't make me go out.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not all chill knowing that, I got the whole day to chill. She's sitting there thinking, I gotta go in that daggum pen all day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dark when they come home.
Poor thing.
Yep.
Well, if you didn't run amok for the road, you could run amok in the field.
Yeah, the other dogs just hang close.
Yeah.
Leo, Abby, and Sasha.
Yeah.
Definitely cannot run free.
No.
Yeah.
Their little compass that says, let's go for the freeway.
Yep. Mama?
Yes,
let's roll out.
All right.
Have yourself a wonderful Monday.
You too.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
So this is a brand new 2023 R1250GS. And I guess when the salesman fired this thing up on the floor for the customer, and he said it started leaking coolant on the floor. So, you sure it was coolant? He goes, yeah, it was definitely coolant. He goes, should they leak coolant? I said, well, it's not impossible. You got the weep hole, which used to be just a hole in the cavity, and it drained down and leave that nastiness everywhere. Then he put it was more right here. The 1250s changed. It was more right here. And I think the theory was it would drip out the pipe and not drool down the engine cases. And, well, that wasn't working. So then they moved the nipple back here, and it has a hose that runs it, comes across, goes through here, and it drips out. Actually, it drips out by the side stand. Yeah, that's the end of it right there. That's the tip of the hose right there. And so I was showing that. He goes, well, it was leaking from the right-hand side. I said, you sure it was coolant? I said, it kind of has a bluish look to it. BMW coolant does. It has this kind of blue color to it. I can probably see the bottle here. Yeah, it's in that white thing. It's hard to tell. He goes, no, it was leaking right back over here on the right-hand side. It wasn't leaking from the left-hand side. And I said, exactly what color was it? And I said, you sure it was blue? He goes, well, it was kind of milky and watery. So, I mean, I shouldn't laugh. I mean, they're sales guys. They don't know about technical stuff. But what it was, I had the thing running, and it was the condensation building up in the exhaust, dripping out onto the ground. So I said, yeah, they do that. Man, look how clean that oil is from BMW. Right out of the bottle. Very clean. But yeah, that was a waste of time getting it on the bench. I mean, it's no big deal. It's quiet at the moment. Look how pretty everything is when it's all shiny new. Ain't that pretty? No brake dust, no nothing on it. No mud, no grime. It's got the ever so popular Metzler Karoo 3s on it though. I'd imagine these tires probably off-road. You know, if you were mostly off-road kind of stuff, they probably work pretty well. And but they feel funky to me on the road, and as you know and as you heard, they howl like a scalded dog. Then, you know, the sound can come up from these things. Just a lot of sound comes from, but like I've shown you probably 100 videos before, that's right where your face is, up in there. So yeah, you hear it pretty good. They make a howling sound. So I told you guys several videos ago, I was going to do a deal with let's turn the light off here. It's making reflectors reflect. Talk about the fuel tank and how the fuel level works in a Ryker. Well, I was all set to do that and talk about that. So I thought, well, let me make sure I got all the details right. So, you know, I do a search on the dealer forum, and right away the bulletin from 2019 pops up. I go, yep, I remember all that. So, I mean, I don't know why this is a mystery. This is actually not kind of a bulletin, but it's called a technical service tip. So it's a TST. It's not a bulletin that gets attached to the bike or anything like that. It's just an informational bulletin. And yeah, what I was kind of the same setup with I don't have any of those F800s. There was an F800 that was totaled out, but the boneyard came and got that the other day. Some dude traveling and hit a car that's been here for a long time. It just finally got settled and it's taken out of here. But anyway, the same deal, the way the pump works. I'll save all the details until I can show you this, but so there's a Ryker, I think, as a customer's up on the hill there, but it has been absolutely typhooning out there. It's just been a nightmare. So I'm not sure how I want to do this, because I want to spin this a little. I don't want it to be part of the daily vlog. So I'll probably do just a quick little thing. What are those? Quick little thing on my motovlog thing. Oh, it's rain pants or rain something. Oh, it looks like dry bags. It's probably the new owner came down here, was messing with it. I wasn't on there last week. But yeah, I got my clocks all set. First thing you come in, that'll mess you the heck up. And I do it almost every year, because the clocks go back an hour. I'll look up. I mean, I can't tell you how many times to get everything ready. I go storming upstairs and go, that's weird. Kelly's not even, because if it gets close, Kelly will text me, it's almost time to go. I go storming up there, my backpack and everything on. Everybody's looking at me like, you leaving early? No? What are you doing? I said, it's time to go. Then, ding. Yep, the clock's changed. That was wise today. I got the clock on the wall, the clock on my deal. Even yesterday, I set the clock on the old war wagon. That clock has a way of creeping forward. It was 8 minutes forward. But I think the last time I changed it was last year when the time changed to daylight savings time. So that was like last spring or something. Drives me nuts having clocks off. A lot of times I leave the bikes that way, but now that Kelly and I ride together, that's just confusing for her to have to think about that. And she has the time wrong in her head, because it looks down at her Harley or whatever, and it says the time is whatever. So I just go in there. here since we got that in 21, so late 21 and from 22, and then again this year I've been going out there and checking them. Plus it's a good time to check, fob batteries, just pop them apart, measure voltage, and if you need it, go ahead and do it. I need to set a schedule for those things, but they let you, like BMW, they want you to do it every year, every annual service. And the Harleys, everything lets you know. They'll start warning you before it's a threat. But if I'm about to take off on a trip, yeah, she's getting a fob battery. Just going, when did I do it? Not sure. Okay, I'm gonna swap it around. I'll put everything else, oil changes and everything I do is in this little spreadsheet that keeps track of all the fuel mileage and stuff. And the one thing I don't put in there is fob batteries. At least I could look at my spreadsheet and see the last time I replaced it, because it's usually one of those panic things where you go to take off and I power the bike up and it says low bat or low fob bat. I forget what it says. It depends on what screen you got as to what it says. The boom audio just told you, like a TFT or whatever would tell you the same thing. The other one's, it's an encrypted message. But I got a whole box of those BMW batteries, because whatever, they're kind of expensive, but whatever batteries BMW uses, they last forever. The Duracells and what's the other one? Everready, whatever the heck they are. You're lucky if they last a year. But those BMW batteries in there, and it's like a couple, 3 years, you'll get a fob battery warning. But and you got to keep the fobs away from the bike. Like this one, it's got the fob sitting in the lock for the nav. It's got all the sales tags. I just stick them up there. It drives all you guys nuts when I test ride. How do you test ride with the battery in there? And they're gonna fall out? Nope. I spin it to the lock position. It can't fall out. But anyway, main reason I came on was to tell you I'm gonna figure out exactly how I'm gonna do that fuel tank thing. If I was gonna do it today, it's so windy and off and on pouring down rain. I'm gonna mic up with a furry, because I looked at it. We got a whole slew of them up on the showroom floor, but the music's playing. I can't really go ask to shut the music off, because the music goes through the whole store, and there's customers there and everything else. It'd just be weird. I won't even ask. So I could voice over it. I hate doing that. So I was gonna grab that one that's on the ramp there and just stand out there in the wind, and it wasn't raining at one point, and I just got sidetracked with other things. I'd have got it done today, but I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that video, so time will tell. The other quick thing, I got those 5mm hex for the wheels on the Defender. It kicks them out 1 millimeter per side, and that'll easily clear. They're not really touching, but it's so close that any debris would touch the steering linkage and stuff. And Doug said he put these on his TRX-4M Bronco, and it said it was perfect. So it adds 1 millimeter per side. Plus there's a little bit of weight in there. It's not much. And I was talking to him about, the green slime from Associated factory team. Associated RCs were around forever. That was big, and back in the racing buggies and stuff like that, I was big into them too. I still have one of the Nitro Associateds. But anyway, this green slime from Associated has been around forever, and I just been using Suzuki Super Grease, and I still have this bottle. This bottle is probably 25, maybe 30 years old. Oh, dude, it's got to be over 30 years old. But it's a little can, old tin can. And I actually got another one of these to have one at home. I'd hate to think how many set of fork seals back in the 80s I replaced and used this stuff. It's magical. It's this weird, ugly looking stuff. Goes in there. The forks don't leak. If there's damage to the fork tube, like a rock ding or something like that, they're gonna leak. Or the customer does something stupid like take brake cleaner to clean off his fork tubes. that's pretty much the end of the fork seals. But anyway, Suzuki Super Grease. I got another can at home that I got back in, I don't know, probably the mid 2000s, and bought another bottle of it. I don't think it even exists anymore, but we're not a Suzuki dealer anymore, so can't get it there. Suzuki Super Grease C. Best thing ever. But anyway, that's what I've been using on the shock. They use O-rings for seals in the shocks on RC cars, and I've been using that like forever. And yep, never leak. But I had this slime. It's called green slime, and it's just a little tiny bit of it, and it kind of works exactly like super grease. But I went out there and I'm trying to find that thing. I can't find it anywhere, so it's really cheap on Amazon, so I ordered another little thing of it. And it helps keep them from leaking, and the really low stiction in the seals between the shaft and the seals makes them nice and smooth, and helps them from leaking. That came in over the weekend. Don't look now, but it stopped raining for a moment. It sure has been windy out here. Man, from through the weekend, the trees have just gone full fall. So beautiful out here. Let me get a better viewpoint here. I have to apologize in advance for the wind. Isn't that beautiful out there? It's awfully dark to be trying to film this though. Beautiful. I love the fall. This is the Ryker I was gonna do the fuel level explanation thing on, but yeah, the pouring down rain. Now it's too dark to mess with it. It's just dark. Look at a jet flying over there. Just too dang dark, and it was too wet. We'll figure out something. Well, hello there, you two. Man, what a nasty
guy.
God, there was little moments in there that it wasn't bad at work, but man, once that rain hit, with that drive home,
was horrid.
Oh man, that was bad. Literally, you couldn't see. It was so bad.
I'd still be sitting on the freeway, just sitting there on the side, waiting for the rain to stop.
Yeah, I couldn't
see the road at all.
That was intense. That's pretty crazy. Some of the worst stuff was, close to home.
Yeah, that was bad.
I even had the MDX hydroplaning out there. That was bad. But people were being careful.
Yeah.
A couple of people being
dingbats,
but not in a speeding way. Just,
no.
Like, pay attention to your world, please.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we made it through it. We survived. Right. That's such a long ways to go every single day, too, and when it's that bad all the way home. So, and it gets to be times where it's that bad coming and going.
Yeah.
But whatever. But anyway, I think on this blistery, raining night, we're going to call it a day.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.